Welcome to the Put On Waivers Media Group, home of the Put On Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
Put On Raiders podcast. Dwayne Douglas here. I'm looking at some all 22 from the New England Patriots. So the Patriots want to attack you inside the numbers. So you see here, you got 12 personnel. Mac Jones, 3-step drop and gets that ball right to on the right side, gives it right to the inside receiver, Hunter Henry. You're going to see a lot of Hunter Henry for the for the Patriots in this game because, I mean, that's going to be one of their key guys to go to. But they like to attack inside the numbers a lot. That's going to be the biggest thing here. They put a receiver in a motion to get a little space, get the ball out really quickly for Mac Jones, so they can get a quick first down or a quick 8-9 yards on first down, kind of slow down that pass rush, if you will. They're going to try to slow down Mac. They're going to try to slow down Max Crosby, try to slow down Chandler Jones. And you see here, they're just trying to get the ball out of his hands quickly. And the new Matt Patricia offense, if you will. All right, this time Patriots, Bills. Again, I'm kind of looking at the all 22 before the Raiders play the Patriots here. And it looks like, so here you got a lot of people inside the box. The Bills, Sean McDermott, Leslie Frazier trying to bring it a little bit. And one thing about the blitz, when you blitz the Patriots, when you blitz anybody, I would say, a lot of times the hot is not covered in the National Football League. It's kind of weird like that, how they do that, where the hot's not covered. And this is an easy slant right here for a first down, where the middle is, talk about middle field open, middle field closed. Middle field is open here, and Mac Jones does a good job of getting rid of the football here. You see, you got Poyer, you got all these guys in the box, a little fake to the running back, and then Nelson Aguilar rips across the middle, make on the slant to get a first down for the Patriots there. Fake to Ramondre Stevenson, get the defense going one way, and then you have a inside screen, like a bubble screen out there for the running back. Takes advantage of the opportunity, and the Patriots score. They are a struggling offense, so the Raiders are, this is not a great offensive unit. So if the Patriots get to 20, you see here, catch safety blitzing, and then now Jones is gone for a touchdown. So if you give up 20 points or more to the Patriots, you're probably going to lose this game because of their defensive front and what they do defensively. This is a team that usually, if you're playing good defense, you're giving up like between 17 and 13 points. Little play action fake here. I like this play here because this is a play action fake. They're trying to set up a deep shot probably in this game to Stephon Diggs. Play action to Cook, but look at them. You cannot handle what the Patriots are doing up front sometimes. I mean, that's just great penetration, and then also you'll blitz on the outside on top of it to really give him to really give even more pressure to Josh Allen, give more pressure to the quarterback. Play action fake, drop back the pass. He tries to get a little mobile, try to get outside, but then they have pressure right in his face. He has to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Judon, all these guys in the Patriots, the Patriots front seven is just they're just beasts as far as that goes. Look at it one more time. Solid pressure up the middle immediately. Josh Allen has to rush his throw. And the Patriots continue to just kind of do a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback here. So if you're going to attack the Patriots, they do a good job of kind of covering the middle of the field. So, your best bet is to try to get outside the numbers. So this is a nice play here where Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs they're always on the same page, it seems like. And look at the inside leverage. He just fakes so hard inside that it makes the outside available for Stephon Diggs. I mean, he's really driving that corner to the inside to be able to make this catch in the corner of the end zone. That's just Josh Allen being Josh Allen. And that's just being, that's something where we thought we'd see a lot of that this year with the Raiders, Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, but not as much, especially in the red zone. More in big plays, flea flickers and stuff like that. But just if you look at Stephon Diggs, he's just driving, and bust that outside. Perfectly executed play um, by the Bills here on the touchdown. Holds that linebacker just a little, holds that defense a little bit with a play fake. The Bills don't really run the ball, so you can't be really be going for play fakes. But McKenzie's even open. McKenzie might even be able to get the ball to McKenzie crossing over, but Stephon Diggs is Stephon Diggs. You got to make sure you get the ball to Stephon Diggs when you got a chance to get the ball to Stephon Diggs. Good play there. So here we go here, midfield for the Bills here. And this is just a dime throw, a great play by Josh Allen, but it has to come back because of they can't block up front. They just can't block anybody up front because the Patriots defensive line is just so good. I believe they have a lot of people in the box. They're gonna drop corners, safeties, and then 4-man rush, but they can't block Judon, who's just one of the most explosive pass rushers in the game. Great job by Judon to get inside. Judon gets inside the tackle here, forces Josh Allen outside. Josh Allen makes a great play, but play comes back because of holding. So they can't. You got to be able to block him up front, and that's going to be the biggest test for the Raiders. Can the Raiders, who have struggled at times to block? I mean, they struggled to block the Rams last week. So this is going to be tough to see if they can block what the Patriots do with their unique blitz packages and all those things like that. They really they'll have a lot at the beginning of the play. They got 1, 2, let's see, what's 1, 2, 3, they got 4, 5, 6, 7 in the box, and they drop out of that. And it takes a all world play by Josh Allen, all world play by Stephon Diggs, but it doesn't really count for much because they can't get anything going because there's a holding penalty on that play because they're adding so much pressure. Patriots struggle against quarterbacks who are mobile. Struggled against Josh Allen, struggled against Justin Fields, people like that. They don't have to worry about that with the Raiders because Carr's going to be in the pocket. So that's why I think it's a dangerous situation for the Raiders against the Patriots. So let's go right to the game plan. The Raiders' game plan against the New England Patriots. So New England Patriots, they have one of the better defenses in the league. They got people who can get after the quarterback. What are your thoughts about this one? I just feel like they're going to try to take away what the Raiders want to do. It seems like, and when I watch them on film, the middle of the field is where they want to take away. And they take it away all the time. They want you to force you the ball. They want to force you to throw the ball outside the numbers consistently. Especially when I saw them play against Stephon Diggs. They were trying, I think it was 7 catches. 9 targets, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. And most of it came from outside the numbers. So they don't want you to kind of eat in the middle of the field. Talk about middle field open, middle field closed, but that could be just per opponent. He does a good job with like the per opponent game plans. What are your thoughts about what Belichick might do to derail this Raider offense?
Well, he's not going to let Devontae Adams just eat one-on-one on the outside. So they're going to figure out a way to double Devontae. So the Raiders have to be clever on moving him around the formation, getting him in the slot, bringing him in motion. The Raiders haven't done a ton of motion as much as I thought they would to try to dictate coverages, but they're not going to be able to just line up Devontae out wide and say, here,
Mhm.
work one-on-one against Jones. They're not going to let him do that. They can't get into third and long. They can't block those two pass rushers and Judon and Uche, and then with some different blitzes, some exotic fronts, different looks, and let them mix and match in the back end. The Raiders aren't going to be able to pick up 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10 consistently. So you're going to see a lot of what we've seen. It's going to be turn around, run the ball, give it to number 28, play action, take your shots down the field off play action, and then move Devontae Adams around, use Darren Waller on 3rd down, try to get some one-on-one matchups that way. And then I don't know if you're going to see a ton of Hunter Renfrow in this game because he's not going to block anyone in the run game. And then if you're going to move Devontae inside on 3rd downs to try to get away from some of those double teams, you're not going to line up Hunter Renfrow out wide as an X receiver. So I think you're going to see a lot of Waller in this game, and you're going to see a lot of Devontae Adams and a lot of Josh Jacobs. But they can't get into 3rd and long. I saw the referee, I think today, assigned as Ron Torbert. Not a great history with the Raiders. He calls a lot of ticky-tack random penalties. So they have to avoid that. They can't get holding calls getting to 1st and 20, 2nd and 20. And I think McDaniels is going to have to figure out, and he's been around Belichick, like when he's going to call these different coverages, these double coverages, these exotic blitzes, and then figure out how to beat those. So if anyone can do it, hopefully it's McDaniels because he's been around Belichick more than anyone. Defensively, I think the Raiders just have to, continue what they're doing, stop the run and play man and hopefully get to the quarterback and create some turnovers. Because let's be honest, the Patriots offensive line's banged up. This is another banged up offensive line this defense is going against.
Yeah.
I think Ramondre Stevenson might be out. I think the right tackle's out.
He's out.
So it's another game where they need to stop the run and get them into 3rd and long because Mac Jones will check the ball down. He'll throw screens. Like he's not going to challenge you vertically down the field, and they don't really have that type of receiver outside of Aguilar. Myers is not that guy. They don't really use the tight ends. I know their names in Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, but they don't really use them. So this is going to be another one where if the Raiders offense can get out to a lead and make the Patriots one-dimensional, they should have some success. And then hopefully they get off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. I mean, I just don't watching the Patriots like the last 2 or 3 weeks and like kind of like prepping for this game. I just don't offensively. They're just not. Shout out to them for having 7 wins. I mean, just shout out to that to that organization because they really don't have a lot. And they're looking to steal possessions with turnovers. They're looking to steal possessions with special teams play. I mean, you saw it on the Monday night game. I mean, they were able to make a play defensively on a fourth and 1. They come down and get a field goal. The seam passes to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry is the offense in the passing game. Like if they when they want to throw it, it's going to be Hunter Henry. So you can prepare yourself for that. The Raiders there and force them to go somewhere else. That'd be probably the first job that you want to get done because that's where they want to go with the ball. Where you play man, play zone, whatever they want to do. They ran a lot of 4 verticals. And then you have to make a decision on who you want to deal with. And Hunter Henry seems to be the guy who is, his prime choice to go to as far as making plays down the field or in the intermediate as well. So, but not having D. Stevenson is huge. All the games I watched, they put the ball on the ground too. So whether it's simple handoffs or whatever, you can get turnovers from this team. I mean, this is not a great football team. I think they're looking to probably win this game and then try to make a run because the last 3 games I believe I forgot who it is, but I think it's at Miami and at Buffalo. Like, they got some tough games after this game. So they made a point of staying out west after the Arizona games because it's a short trip from Arizona to Las Vegas. So they want to do that. And, listen, the Raiders, they look like they have an advantage. They're getting people back. They are 10 days. They get 10 days off. Short week for the Patriots. They get Patriots off on Monday night. So that seems like it would be, pro Raider, but we've seen that not be the case in the future in the past when the Raiders seem like they have an advantage.
I want to see this coaching staff. You have Josh McDaniels, who coached Mac Jones last year, so he knows more about Mac Jones than anyone in the league not on the Patriots staff.
Yeah.
and Patrick Graham calling a defense against Matt Patricia's offense. And you heard Vance Joseph say it last year. It's like a defensive coordinator calling the game. It's very conservative. You think Josh McDaniels is conservative? Watch the Patriots play calls. If they lose this game with Mac Jones, with Josh McDaniels knowing the strengths and weaknesses of Mac Jones, with Patrick Graham trying to call this defense, those two guys together, after already losing to Get Up Jeff Saturday and 48-hour Baker Mayfield, that it's not a good look for this coaching staff. Like, they have every advantage to win this game.
Yeah.
And if they go out there and they get beat by double digits, I don't know what you can say. Like, they have the talent advantage at certain positions on the field. Now the depth goes to the Patriots, but they have they have Max Crosby, they have Josh Jacobs, they have Devontae Adams. Derek Carr's a better quarterback right now than Mac Jones. Like, Colton Miller's probably the best offensive lineman on the field from both teams. So we'll see what happens. I know that if you want to break it down by unit, the best unit on the field is probably the Patriots defense.
Yeah.
So if you want to lean that way, but this game shouldn't, like, the Raiders should honestly go in and win this game by 7 to 10 points and do it fairly comfortably. I know it's hard to say that as a Raider fan because they just don't play games where they win by that many points.
Yep.
I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, me either. I don't know. I hate this game for the Raiders. I really do. I know we're getting close to the prediction part of it. I just hate it. I just don't feel like they're gonna block. I feel like this is gonna be a turnover palooza here for the for the Raiders in this ball game. I just have a bad feeling about this one. Let's see. GWA REB. You're asking all these questions. Why? All these things happen because the games are scripted, and Al Michaels is making a mockery on the last drive, the Raiders, last drive for the Rams. So hey, that happens. I mean, it's he loves talking about that, boy. He loves talking about that.
Shout out to whoever that is, because that's in the comments every week, and it's been there for like 3 years.
Okay, and I appreciate you watching. Shout out to Kenny G. I don't know if it's Kenny G, the Kenny G, but Kenny G is a new subscriber, so thank you for that. Let's see here. We got Alex. Well, that's a long one. Zero accountability by McDaniels. I think his game plans made this a trap game for the Raiders. Instead of focusing on putting away the team early, he wanted to do the minimum, get out with a win. Like, everybody has that same. It's so funny because it's so true, because everybody who talks about this game says the same thing, and it's true. Let's see. Still, the coverage was on the last play was exactly what the Rams needed, and the Raiders deserve to lose and be roasted nationally. Carr's decision on the red zone pick, though he was hit, I don't really think he was hit, but that's whatever. Still terrible. If he was hit, just go down. Like, just get the 3 points and end the game. Like, because you go up 16-3, and then you get 3 more points in the second half, and guess what? You're up 3 scores and the game's over. It's a Carlson game. Anthony Lopez been waiting for this one. He is notoriously he's the one who has the hashtag sell the car. So he wants Carr out of here. So we know about that one. Super Omicron. Looks like an offensive lineman will be the 2023 tackle, as well as guard / center types, as far as that goes. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it for the comments. Thank you for watching on YouTube, and don't forget to Apple Podcasts, do your thing there and give us a 5-star review. Yeah, I mean, that's the feeling that everybody's had, that same feeling. They just want to get through this game and be done so we can get the Belichick. And it's really too bad, because all these things, the schedule was opening up for them. The Jets, who are ahead of them, Mike White has broken ribs. Like, things were falling in kind of place for him. We don't know about the Dolphins. Dolphins schedule is not going to be easy down the stretch. Like, you never know. So, but it's what it is. I mean, they can't take care of their own business, and they can't be bad teams. So what if they can't be bad teams? I'm not sure why. I mean, I would say don't get upset about what you see from the Raiders.
Yeah, I think it's prediction time, and it pains me to say this.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots are winning this game, and I'm going to go 23-17. I just don't see this offense being able to run up and down the field against a Belichick defense. Belichick knows the tendencies of Josh McDaniels. He's not going to let Davante Adams beat him. He's not going to let Josh Jacobs beat him. He's going to make Mac Hollins beat him, Foster Moreau, and then Darren Waller based on how much he plays. I don't think the Raiders' offensive line is going to have a lot of success against this front by the Patriots. And like you said, I think this might be a week where there might be a couple of turnovers that might sway this game. And I just don't think the Raiders – I think the Patriots are going to be good and disciplined enough to not make a ton of mistakes on offense. It may look ugly, but they're going to figure out how to get 3 or 4 yards on first down and convert 3rd and 2. I don't think they're going to be in situations where it's going to be 3rd and 12, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 15. So I think it's going to be a little bit easier sledding for the Patriots offense, and they may get a defensive score or a special team score in this, but it's going to be close going into the fourth quarter. And I just think the best unit on the field is the Patriots defense. So I think they're going to make just enough plays to win this game.
Yeah, I texted you about 3 turnovers. But I just see 3 turnovers in this game for the Raiders. I just do. I just see it. They're just sound. They're fundamentally sound. They're gonna, like I said, they have no offense, and yet they are in the playoff hunt and they're 7-6, right? So like that's impressive to me. If they had any quarterback play, who knows what the record would be? As far as that goes. So the Raiders they're not built to beat this team, I don't think. And I think that the teams that really give the Patriots problems are quarterbacks who make plays outside the pocket.
Yep.
Justin
Raiders
Fields
don't have that.
Justin Fields,
Josh Allen,
all those guys give the Patriots really difficult issues defensively. That's the one Achilles heel that this defense has, and Derek is not going to do that. Derek is going to be in the pocket. He's going to run the play. The play's not there. That's where it is. So that's where it's tough to have a pocket passer, and this team is built to be a pocket passer. They're just perfectly built for that. So I'm not sure what wrinkles he's going to have, but I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it.
What wrinkles are left? We've seen the reverses. We've seen the.
I mean, there actually are wrinkles. Pass. There are actually wrinkles left. I'm not sure if his playbook there's wrinkles, but there are wrinkles left.
Is this the week where Josh Jacobs is going to run up into the line and do a Derrick Henry or Tim Tebow and throw the ball to Darren Waller? Like that's the only wrinkle left I can think of.
Wildcat.
I don't see that. We'll see. I hope they win again. Like it's a fair show. We're not just going to say the Raiders are going to win every week. This is a tougher game than fans want to say. I think the Patriots fans are going to travel because how often do those fans?
That place is going to be absolutely. I already talked to people from Connecticut. That place is going to be 60% Patriot fans. I'm telling you right now.
And I think a lot of them circled this game because of the McDaniels revenge game. They thought, as much as Raider fans want to look at the schedule and say win, 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 every other team in the league, when they see the Raiders on the schedule, thinks win. So when you're a fan of the other team, I get to spend it was supposed to be a Sunday night game. So like I get to fly to Vegas for the weekend. I can party all day Saturday and Sunday. The game's Sunday night, hop on a flight Monday morning. Now the game's been moved to 1. So I think I'm going to say it's probably going to be 50 Patriot fans in that stadium. It pains me to say that. But I think the Patriots are going to have a not an advantage, but it's not going to be a true road game. And if the Raiders don't jump out on this team and they fall behind,
it's over
by 10 points. I just don't see them being able to mount up enough because the offensive line's not going to hold up against the Patriots defensive front for them to do that. And now watch, we're going to be wrong. The Raiders are going to go out. They're going to win this game 31-10. They're going to make it look easy, and we're going to look stupid
because they're playing a good team. They're playing a good team, right? So they'll do that. But I have a 27-17 Raiders. Because
you think the Raiders are winning or Patriots?
Patriots are winning. I think Patriots are winning. I think I could see it being 20-10 late score by the Raiders, and then pick six or a sack fumble in this game. I just don't know how those two ends that are so active with the Raiders. I think Colton Miller can be solid, but I don't know if for a whole game. Like they're gonna. I mean, those blitzes are gonna come, and he knows it's it's easier for Belichick to game plan when he knows where the quarterback's going to be. And he's not always a daring thrower of the football. So he's either going to eat it or just take the sack. And third and 10, if it's not open, he's going to probably take the sack. I mean that's what, and try not to turn the ball over. That's Derek Carr. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Go ahead.
How many Pro Bowlers are on this Raiders roster this year? Because Pro Bowl voting, I think, ends in 2 days.
Adams.
That's one.
Josh Jacobs.
I believe so.
I would say that. If he's not, that'd be kind of interesting. The leading rusher is not on the Pro Bowl, but Max Crosby and can't say anybody else really. Am I missing anybody?
I'm going to say AJ Cole. I think they're going to get a fourth.
Oh, AJ Cole. Yeah, AJ Cole. So they'll get AJ Cole in there too. Where's there's no game anymore, right? It's just activities.
I think the Mannings are coaching it. It's powder puff or touch. I don't know what it's like. It's long drive golf.
It's don't get hurt in the off season. That's what it is.
I'm hoping it's a version of American Gladiators. They get the tennis ball machine out and they're like doing random stuff. Maybe Wipeout where they're jumping in pools. Who knows what the skills challenge is?
Did you see who the Cardinals cut today?
I did.
Yeah, so Trayvon Mullen, the Raiders get a 7th round pick now, I guess, something like that. Or...
I think they cut him because if he played 2 more games, then it would be a 6th round pick. Their season's over. The quarterback's hurt, and they said, you know what? He played the most snaps he's played all season last week, but as a front office, they're sitting back going, "We're out of it."
Yeah.
Like, why the 7th turn into a 6th? They didn't cut him because he wasn't a decent player. They cut him because they wanted to save that draft pick.
Yeah.
From turning into a 6th round pick.
And Kyler Murray, he's done for next year. I mean, that's usually a year injury, right?
Yeah, I mean, best case scenario, you're probably looking at some point in November or early December. So Cliff Kingsbury is gone. I just don't see how they can bring him back. They're going to be bad next year. They're going to be the team after they had Josh Rosen got the number 1 pick and was able to go to Murray. And now they're going to get the number 1 pick because if I'm the ownership of the Cardinals and I see Caleb Williams sitting there, and I don't have a quarterback, I'm rolling with Colt McCoy next year and hoping my team goes 3-14. And then I slide Caleb Williams in and I say, Kyler Murray, I'm going to trade you for a couple draft picks. I'm going to eat all this money on the cap to do it. But you know what? I'm build
my team around Caleb Williams.
I mean, that's got to be the plan for the Cardinals. And if I'm a team, if I'm the Raiders, I'm picking up the phone. What do you guys want for Budda Baker? What do you guys want? For some of the players on their roster.
Was it defensive tackle 94 Allen? That he's having Zach Allen's having a big year for them too. So I mean, I always can use some interior pressure as well too. So yeah, I mean, get on the phone, see what happens. All right, Raider Nation. Ryan, got anything else before we head out?
Yeah, I was going to say the Todd McShay's first mock draft. Yep, we're talking draft. It's December 13th, but this team is basically out of it. Gave them a defensive end. I retweeted it. A lot of people were upset with that, saying that they need an offensive tackle. They need a defensive tackle. They don't want an end. I think they might go corner. We'll see. We'll see where they end up picking, but we got a ton of time. But it's that time, Raider fans, where we're going to start talking a little bit of draft too, or mid-December, and there's not a lot else to look forward to.
Yeah, does Sauce Gardner have a brother or cousin? That dude's a player, man. That dude's a player. Yeah. That is a player. All right, Raider Nation, take care.
I would add that the funniest thing I heard all week, and I thought this was funny, when someone called Tua the tropical Alex Smith, I was dying laughing.
Somebody else.
Alex Smith.
I gotta research that and see who had that, because that was a really good tweet. The tropical Alex Smith boy, and he. I mean, I think the one thing about it too is him and weather. It was cold in that stadium last night, the other night, and people who went to that game were it's cold, and it seems like any kind of weather just bothers the heck out of him. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there as well. So, the Dolphins having a good year, but I mean, if they don't start winning some games here, they're going to lose that. They're gonna lose that playoff spot, and that's not going to look good for Mr. Gold Sunglasses out there. McDaniel. I do like his play calling though. I do like him as a play caller as well too. So him and Shanahan did a good job. And Deebo Samuel won't be out for the year. It looks like he'll be out for a couple of days. So a couple of games as far as that goes. All right, Raider Nation, take out. Peace.
Take care, Raider Nation.